Nigeria Jubilee Fellows touch lives with hospital outreach in Jalingo. FD focused 20% growth in leasing sector as ELRA and NCR seal partnership. UNICEF, Sokoto government, others collaborate on social protection for the vulnerable. Welcome. This is Haske News with me, Abdul Aziz Muhammad in the news. In a heartwarming act of compassion, fellows of the Nigerian Jubilee Fellows Program in Jalingo, Taraba State, have taken a bold step in giving back to the community. The fellows have organized a community outreach project for patients at the specialist hospital in Jalingo. Our correspondent reports.
It was a day filled with compassion and impact as fellows of the Nigerian Jubilee Fellows Program carried out a community development outreach project at the specialist hospital in Jalingo, Taraba State. The initiative, which was entirely organized and funded by the fellows themselves, focused on providing support to patients in various wards of the hospital. The fellows moved through the hospital, supporting and offering words of encouragement to patients in need. Abdul Razak Ali, the cluster representative manager of the Nigerian Jubilee Fellows Program, Northeast Nigeria, said this project showcased the fellows' commitment not only to professional growth but also to social responsibility. He applauded the management of the Specialist Hospital Jalingo for granting approval for this outreach.
We thank the federal government for this wonderful initiative, and notwithstanding, we would love to appreciate the management of this great institution, that is Specialist Hospital Taraba State, for giving us this initiative or giving us the privilege and the medium to go as far as touching lives through the community engagement. And I won't drop down without thanking the fellows from Taraba State with this wonderful initiative for making it impactful. I don't think we will thank the other sponsors without appreciating you guys for the initiative. And if you walk around with us, you see the smiles on everyone's face, receiving the little stipend, not, as I said initially, not because we have, not because you guys are having, but you felt, let the community feel what it is about this particular program.
He further called on the Taraba State government to support the Nigerian Jubilee Fellows Program as its primarily aim to reduce unemployment and empower young Nigerians.
Calling on the government, Taraba State government, to come in fully on board, in the sense that we have more fellows to onboard, but having MDS and other ministries taking over, it will help accommodate the whole process. Knowing fully across Northeast, as it stands presently, we are working with over 1,025 fellows presently, and more are going to be onboarded across Northeast. Over 720 are going to be onboarded for Northeast. And then a good number of them will still be coming on board. That's why we need the government to come in. And if you can look critically on the administration of the present governor, His Excellency Dr. Abu Kebas, who is implementing free education, then having more of this gathered from the educational sector to go a long way. If having the fellows on board in the ministries and all the educational sector, it will go a long way in leveraging the situation.
On their path, the Director of Administration at the Specialist Hospital Jalingo, Comrade Shedrack Bawa Abe, appreciated the gesture from the Nigerian Jubilee Fellows. He said this kind of outreach brings hope and relief to the patients.
Actually, we are very, very grateful for this program to be held in this facility. They brought in their requests, look at the requests, and actually we were overwhelmed because it's like during this period, the hospital is favored. I said it because it's just few days ago, or numbers of weeks ago, His Excellency was here, commissioned the Delta unit. Just few weeks ago. And today, some groups of people are coming to touch the life of our vulnerable patients.
Some of the fellows have this to say.
I want to appreciate the funding organizers of this program, that's the European Union and the UNDP for partnership, as well the Nigerian government finding us worthy of being included into this program. The program has a very long way impacted us, more especially the Nigerian youths, taking us away from the streets. We have an employment to an extent we are being engaged one way or the other little of what we have been given the stipend, some of us were able to save and start up something, but especially like my own self, I've become an entrepreneur through this very particular program. So we really want to appreciate the UNDP, the European Union, and the Nigerian government as well.
This outreach by the Nigerian Jubilee Fellows in Jalingo is one of many efforts by the program to empower youth and uplift communities. As they continue with their work across the country, their impact is being felt one initiative at a time. Farida Haq, Haske News.
The federal government has projected 20% in expansion in Nigeria's equipment leasing industry, following a new collaboration aimed at deepening asset-based financing nationwide. The forecast was announced by the Equipment Leasing Registration Authority (ELRA) after it signed a strategic agreement with the National Collateral Registry (NCR) to strengthen the registration and use of movable assets as collateral for loans. The report. In a statement on Saturday, ELRA's head of media and corporate communication, Broxilin Adebola, said the initiative is designed to create a safer and more inclusive credit system, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises (SMEs). ELRA's chief executive, Wokoma, revealed that the leasing sector reached a volume of 5.1 trillion naira in 2024 and is expected to grow by 20% in 2025. He noted that sustainable financing will enable leasing firms to expand services while equipping SMEs with vital assets for business growth. Wokoma also urged the NCR to scale up awareness campaigns and encourage stakeholders to register all leasing transactions with ELRA for greater transparency and compliance. Responding, NSR's registrar, Xavier Itam Okon, pledged continued collaboration with banks and financial institutions to advance secured lending practices. Both agencies expressed optimism that the partnership would drive long-term economic gains, including SME empowerment, job creation, and nationwide growth. Abdulaziz Muhammad Inwa, Haske News. The Sokoto state government, in collaboration with development partners including the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund and the European Union and the International Labour Organization, has pledged to expand social protection coverage to reach more vulnerable households across the state. This was disclosed at a stakeholders engagement meeting on the review of the National Social Protection Policy and the National Social Register held in Ankani Hotel, Sokoto on Friday. Rachel Lance reports.
Speaking on behalf of the State Operation and Coordinating Unit, the State Coordinator commended stakeholders for their active participation, noting that their insight and contribution were invaluable in shaping policies to support poor and vulnerable population. He further expressed gratitude to development partners for their commitment to scaling up the National Social Register by enrolling an additional 1 million households across 4 pilot states: Sokoto, Benue, Abia, and Oyo. According to him, this expansion will strengthen government's capacity to identify, target, and support the poor and vulnerable through effective social protection intervention. The coordinator noted that the partnership with UNICEF, EU, and ILO has been instrumental in enhancing Sokoto's ability to deliver social protection goals, while stressing the state's readiness to sustain collaboration for the benefit of its citizens. Rachel Langs, Haske News.
The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has predicted thunderstorms and rains from Friday to Sunday across the country. NIMET's weather outlook, released on Thursday in Abuja, envisaged thunderstorms with moderate rains over parts of Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Taraba, Zamfara, Sokoto, and Kaduna State in the northern region during the morning hours on Friday. It predicted thunderstorms with moderate rains over most parts of the region during the afternoon to evening hours. The agency envisaged thunderstorms on Saturday with moderate rain over parts of Sokoto, Kaduna, Kano, Kebbi, Borno, Yobe, and Taraba State of the northern region during the morning hours. According to NIMET, thunderstorms with moderate rains are expected over parts of Borno, Kano, Jigawa, Kebbi, and Taraba State later in the day. In another report, the Yobe State government has inaugurated a standing committee on tree planting and environmental hazard. Governor Memelabuni inaugurated the committee on Friday, tasking members with overseeing a tree planting campaign set to launch across the state. The committee, chaired by the Deputy Governor Alhaji Idi Gubana, is expected to commence its assignment within 1 week to capitalize on the August planting season. The committee chairman said the tree planting campaign is scheduled to take place in Damaturu on August 27, 2025, and in the 17 local government areas headquarters on the August 29, 2025. And that is the end of the news from here, Haske TV. I am Abdul Aziz Muhammad Inwa, and I say goodbye.